This is GEEKOM's Mini IT11. It is a Windows 11 Pro Mini PC that, while being really nice and small and compact, does pack quite a bit in terms of features. So it has a mini display out port, HDMI, and then two USB 4 ports, which are Type-C ports. So they do support video out there, the full spec one there, which is good to see. So that's how we can run the 4 displays. And despite being so small, there is even room for a 2.5-inch drive if you wanted to increase upon the current storage available. Speed-wise, not very quick at all for PCIe 3 spec. It should be a little bit better here. So it's a bit of a shame they didn't go with a faster NVMe drive. Would have been nice, but of course you can upgrade this. If you wanted to do so, you could put in your own one. Cinebench R23. So we're getting almost, well, just over 1,400 points there for the single core score, just over 5,000 for the multi-core score. So decent power still when you think about just how tiny this is, the fact that it can run 4 displays, and the RAM that is definitely in dual channel. I'll just quickly show you that. It's running at the 3.2 gigahertz as it should. That's the correct speed and in dual channel. Check that also with HW info. As for our video playback, let's just do a little test here. So my jellyfish test file that I always test out, that starts really smooth. I'm just going to make it full screen here. You can see, still continues to be smooth. Doesn't seem to drop any frames there, which is not bad considering this is 140 megabits per second. Sony Swordsmith, this one is 4K HDR60. And that is looking pretty good. Like, it doesn't seem to be dropping any frames there either. No, that isn't, which is really good to see. And then what about YouTube streaming? Will it drop frames here? So I've just got a clip here that I'm going to open. This is 4K 60, I believe it is. Yes, I just put it on the 4K setting. Full screen this, and we'll check. Is it going to drop? Now, I'll try not to move my mouse around because that apparently provokes drop frames. And look at that. It's okay now and then. But it is dropping only just 1 or 2 frames. That's good playback performance there. So you don't even notice this. You never tell at all that it's just dropped 1 frame out of 60 every 3 seconds. Impossible to tell that. So that's good. Great performance here for video playback and streaming 4K 60. Then what about something really demanding? I could show you spreadsheets, documents, but it handles it just fine. However, 4K video editing here with Adobe Premiere Pro, this is the latest version and update. The timeline is pretty good, but I've only got the quarter playback screen resolution here. I wouldn't really go over that because it could get a little bit laggy. Now, the speed of it seems to be fine. Playback doesn't seem to be dropping any frames when I'm using this resolution. If you set it to half or full, especially with these files, they're 4K 100 megabit per second is what I recorded, and it's probably going to be a little bit too demanding without having a dedicated GPU. So Iris Xe Graphics is handling this nicely, but what about now the export times? It is about to finish up now. So as soon as the progress bar disappears, 100% is gone. There we go. So you could say approximately about 37 seconds, factoring in my little delay there. So that's excellent. To do light 4K edits, it is possible with this spec of mini PC. 1080p, fine. No real problems with that. You can edit 1080p just fine. A lot better, a lot smoother than 4K. What about the fan noise? So I'm stressing it right now running Cinebench, and I'll give you a sample of what it is like when you push it really hard. You hear the fan, definitely audible. Now, if you've got it behind a monitor, you won't hear it as much. What I do like about the fan, though, is as soon as you stop doing anything demanding, it drops right down that fan RPM, and under idle, you can't hear it at all. It's quite quiet. It's just when you push it hard under load. So here's that sample.